Hello, welcome back to my channel, welcome to today's video. Today's video is one of the ones I like to film quite often because it varies so much, and it's meals of the week, family meals that we have been eating this week that are outside of those meals that I film for my recipe channel videos. Because I've been filming quite a few recipes over the last, well, since January began, these meals that we've been eating this week are really cupboard essential recipes and meals, because I've been thinking I'm not going to go shopping again and buy lots of new ingredients for meals in and around those recipes. I'm just going to find what I can in the cupboard. I've got a recipe in today's video that we have for dinner at least once a week, and it is so good. Something that Lawrence and I properly taught ourselves to cook last year, like in the most authentic way that we could. Now that we have around once a week, it's one of our favourite ever dinners. It's vegetarian, it's so satisfying, it's so delicious. So I purposely had that for dinner a couple of nights ago just so I can film it and put it in today's video. Just taking you through some of the meals we've been eating as a family this week. We're saving up to hopefully buy a house soon, and we're also saving throughout the cost of living crisis, and food shopping has skyrocketed and inflation is really high, and all of these types of things has meant that I've really sort of honed in on how we spend our money when it comes to food, and that incorporates loads of different things. That's like reducing sort of the amount of food I buy and being a bit more savvy with the food I buy, so reducing food waste as well. Buying less expensive things like meat, and that has also implemented in a more sustainable diet in loads of different ways. So yeah, I've really enjoyed filming the meals this week. I'll take you through them now. Enjoy today's video. I hope you're all doing really, really well. I've got my warm tea because it's blooming freezing outside. It's 1 degree and it's 1:30 in the day. Last night it was -5, so that was very cold. Thank goodness we are blessed with heating. Although it's very expensive, at least we have it. So yeah, let's pray for warmer weather and enjoy today's video. Okay, a meal I like to make quite often in this house is hidden veg pasta bake. This is a way I can get all different types of veg into my toddler, and there's not much fuss at all. Actually, there's no fuss because this is a delicious pasta bake. So first thing you're going to do is find some veggies in your fridge that are good for roasting. I originally went for mushrooms, pepper and carrots, but I realised upon opening the pepper it was mouldy inside, so I had to throw that away, which is quite annoying. And I got an aubergine. Aubergine worked perfectly. So you're going to chop up all of your veggies that you've chosen into small chunks, and if you don't have an air fryer you can use the oven, but you're going to roast it or cook it on high with olive oil, salt and pepper until all the veggies are nice and soft and cooked. As I said, I use the air fryer, so I cook it on 200 degrees for about 10 minutes, and then all of the mushrooms, the aubergine, the carrots. If I had onion, I would have put onion in this as well, but I forgot to include an onion, to be honest, which is unlike me because I normally always add onion into my veggie pasta sauce. But yeah, just a really super duper simple way of combining lots of veggies. Add salt and pepper in the air fryer for about 10 minutes. Okay, so whilst the veggies are roasting, you want to just about halfway through cooking, just flip them all around, just check they're going nice and soft and roasted. You're going to put a tin of tomatoes into your blender. I just put it straight from the tin, and then I fill the tin up with about 1/3 of water and pour that into the blender as well. This is going to make pasta sauce left over as well for the freezer, so it's a really good batch cook one. I also add a heaped tablespoon of flaxseed in there. We have this running joke in my house where I add seeds into everything. I add chia seeds into everything, flaxseed into everything. I just think, why not? It's extra fibre, extra omegas, and they go so unnoticed in dishes. I just think, why not? So I've added in my flaxseed, salt and pepper, a bit of olive oil, and then once the roasted veggies have softened up, you can add those into your blender and get ready to blend to make this gorgeous roasted pasta sauce. I've grated my cheese up and that's sitting at the side waiting. I do pre-cook my pasta. I make the pasta al dente because it's going to cook for a while in the oven as well, so you don't want to sort of overcook your pasta. What's really good as well into this, you can actually add a little bit of cream cheese or mascarpone cheese, and it goes really well. I'm going to show you my homemade spaghetti hoop recipe very, very soon, probably over on Instagram, and that is so good. Anyway, so you want to start adding your cheese and the pasta sauce to the tray with the cooked pasta in. I mix it all together. This is going to be baked for about 20 to 25 minutes in the oven. I do top this with cheese so it has a nice chewy topping, and that's it. That's really what you're going to do. We're going to roast this pasta bake now in the oven. You can cover it if you want and then leave it uncovered for the last part of the cooking, but yeah, in it goes. And this is it after. Delicious, tomatoey, veggie. Oh, it's just so good. And it's really good to sort of, I really enjoy this. This is a great lunch, but it's really good to feed my toddler this, and he loves it because to him it's just cheesy tomato pasta, but to me it's loads of vegetables in your pasta, and I just love it. So it's one I like to cook quite often. It makes lots of leftovers. The sauce you can put in the freezer. It's just a really, really fab, easy meal to make. This day we're just having a nice brunch. I really fancied like a brunch, you know, a good old brunch from home. So that involved some lovely scrambled eggs made with cream. I used bagels, sesame seeded bagels with this one. And we also had it with garlicky mushrooms and avocado. Scrambled egg is made best on the stove, on the hob. I truly believe that. And added with salt and pepper and double cream. It's just so good. I'm frying up some chestnut sliced mushrooms with some sliced garlic. Garlicky, buttery mushrooms, just so good. And then I've chopped up my avocado for this. We would occasionally Lawrence would have something like bacon with this, but we're eating a lot less meat at the moment. And it's just as satisfying and just as delicious, and yeah, it's just a great brunch to have. Okay, tonight's dinner in my Meals of the Week video is one of our favourites to have. We've been having it for a while now, and it's actually one of our favourite dinners. It's definitely Lawrence's favourite dinner, to the point I actually bought him like a good quality wok for Christmas, so he can make it more often in a good quality wok. But it's egg fried rice. Now, don't diss it before you try it, is that a saying? Egg fried rice has everything you need in it. It's one of those struggle meals which has everything you want and is ridiculously tasty. So it's a super cheap budget meal, but it's absolutely delicious, so easy to make, great for using leftover rice. And as I said, absolutely fantastic if you're on a tight budget. Egg fried rice is great because it's also giving you all your nutrition. So that's what we're having for dinner tonight, and we have it probably at least once a week at the moment. We just really enjoy it in this house, and it's vegetarian. You can add things like bacon if you want, but we have it vegetarian. So I've got all the recipe, I've got all the ingredients out for you. I will probably write this one down below and also add it to my website. Talk you through the ingredients now, and then we're going to start cooking. What I will say about this one is it's speedy. So once you start, you're almost like for the next 10 minutes engaged with the cooking process. You're not doing anything else because it's quite a speedy cook. But yeah, let's just get on with it. Okay, so here's the lovely new wok. But here's everything you're going to need. So you're going to need rice. One thing about the rice, a really important thing to do is pre-cook it. So if you can, cook it the day before and keep it covered in the fridge, because already cooked and very starchy rice makes egg fried rice a million times better. And we got that tip off of Uncle Roger on YouTube, but When we made egg fried rice once with fresh rice, it was nowhere near as good as with as with leftover refrigerated rice. It's something to do with the starches, but it has to be cooked the day before. So cook your rice the day before, leave it in the fridge. I have done a tutorial on how to cook rice in the microwave. Super duper easy, saves you money as well because you buy big packs of rice rather than pre-cooked rice. But yeah, let's get into it. So that's rice cooked from yesterday. There's lots there. I've got 5 eggs, so use 4 to 5 eggs. This is going to be cooking for like 3 sort of large meals. Spring onions, that's going to be mainly as a garnish. Got lots and lots of fresh sliced ginger and lots of crushed garlic. I think there's like 8 cloves there, a whole bulb. Lots of garlic is important, and they're sitting in sesame seed oil at the moment. We've got sesame oil, obviously. I've got a big bowl of petit pois, so peas, and what are the big ones again? Edamame beans, dark soy sauce, some chipotle flakes, some salt. Also going to be adding some white onions in there. So first things first, I'm going to fry my sliced white onions. Then I'm going to add in these with my onions. Then I'm going to take that out, and then we're going to start frying the rice. Try and just film the whole thing so you can see. Okay, egg fried rice. So as I said, this does go fast. First thing you're going to do is heat your wok up with oil, and you're going to make sure it's almost smoking. The oil needs to be hot, hot, hot. Whilst the oil is heating up, I just get things prepared. So I've chopped all my veggies up, and I've whisked up my eggs in a jug. I do add white pepper into the eggs, just makes a really nice sort of hot flavour at the end. I love white pepper, it's my favourite type of pepper, but it goes really well with egg fried rice. So I'm going to leave the eggs at the side whilst I cook my onions and my garlic together. So obviously the onions go in first, then I'm going to put my ginger and garlic in there that has been soaking in the sesame seed oil. So throw in the ginger and garlic with the oil and soften that all up together, and then you're going to actually remove this from the wok because we're going to chuck in our rice and get our rice fried for a while. So I've put that in a separate bowl, and I'm going to fry up my rice for a bit. And the petit pois and the edamame beans. So just fry that all together. The rice is going to go a bit clumpy because we cooked it the day before. But yeah, it all goes really well together. And then chuck back in your softened onions and your softened garlic. Fry that up for another couple of minutes. So all in all, we've been sort of cooking for about 5 to 10 minutes here. It moves very quickly, this frying stage. So once the rice and all the veggies have been frying together, you want to add in your soy sauce, a bit more sesame seed oil, maybe some chili flakes. That goes really, really well with this dish. You're actually going to remove it and put it all aside, and with the same wok, you're going to throw in your eggs with the white pepper. Now the eggs you cook a little bit slower, just a little bit, but you want the eggs almost fully cooked before you add the rice back in. I always thought this was a bit strange, but actually it makes sense because if you added the egg directly to the rice, you might get bits of uncooked egg within the rice because it's just such a quick frying process. So I'm almost scrambling the eggs in the wok before I re-add all of my rice and veggies. And this is essentially it. Now, I'm absolutely terrible at showing you the final outcome of a meal, because once I've served it up, we pretty much go right in and start eating, and then it's not very aesthetic to film that. But this is essentially it. All I did was garnish it with some spring onions and some chilies on top, and that was it. It's an absolute delicious meal. You're going to really enjoy it. It's got everything you need and want from a meal. It's really filling, and best of all, it's super duper cheap and super duper delicious. Night's dinner is going to be turkey kebab wraps. Since freezing the turkey after Christmas, I've actually been so excited to make this meal. So what I did was strip the whole turkey. We made loads into a curry. I freezed some into different portions in the freezer, and this morning I picked out one of the portions. And with that portion, I'm going to fry it up. And oh, what have you got?
Sword.
Is it a sword? And with the turkey that I defrosted this morning, I'm going to fry it up, and I've got some red cabbage and I've got salady bits. So we're going to make at-home turkey kebab wraps. As you probably know, if you watch my freezer sort out video, I had a crazy amount of wraps sat in the freezer. So we're trying to eat lots of dinners that include eating wraps. I'm probably going to do bunny. Should I do homemade chips with it or homemade rice? Would Darren like chips or rice?
Turkey.
Yeah, turkey. We'll have turkey. Would you like chips or rice with your turkey?
Chips.
Chips.
And we want rice.
Oh, chips. You want rice? Chips or rice?
No.
Whatever I make will be the wrong one.
And want rice.
You want rice, yeah? So rice with your turkey. I'm untrusting of this situation. But I'm going to make turkey kebab wraps. So I'm battling like keeping a 2-year-old entertained and cooking. So I'll probably do a talk over whilst I make this food. But I'm really excited. I'm really hungry for this. I'm going to make it really garlicky. I'm going to put mayo in there. We've got chili sauce. It's going to be very good. So let's just get going. Okay, turkey kebabs, you can do this with chicken, you can do this with seitan pieces, I think they're called. A homemade kebab wrap is super duper easy and really enjoyable. So you're going to need some cumin, paprika. I always add a little bit of cayenne pepper, and you're also going to need some turmeric, along with oil, salt and pepper, and onions and veggies and stuff like that for the salad. But the defrosted turkey, I just start by putting all of the ground spices on. So I coat them in the ground spices and then add a good amount of olive oil along with some crushed garlic, and then I'm just going to fry up this turkey for a little while. This did make a really good use of using up leftover turkey from the freezer. Really delicious dinner, really enjoyed it. So whilst the turkey is sort of marinating and frying up lightly, get your kebab salad ready. I tend to always just go with chopped onions, grated carrots and chopped red cabbage. Red cabbage is like a necessity with this recipe. You're not going to cook any of these veggies, but we are going to braise them for a while with apple cider vinegar, which almost cooks them. It softens them. It draws out different flavours that you haven't had before. It's just a really, I couldn't have it raw. I have to have it with the apple cider vinegar. So as I said, put the salad in a bowl. You're going to add your apple cider vinegar, a little bit of salt and pepper, half a tablespoon of sugar. I go with brown sugar, and a good glug of your apple cider vinegar, and that's going to braise your veggies for a while and they become really, really soft and go really well. I did use just normal wraps from the freezer. We had lots of wraps when I did my freezer clear out, so I've been eating lots of wraps this week. But this goes really well on top of naan bread, so like a naan kebab wrap. It's really delicious. And here's the turkey. It's super duper flavourful. Obviously turkey does go very, very dry, and this was already cooked before from Christmas, but it still really worked really well because I added lots of olive oil. And then I added mayo and sriracha sauce on top of the kebab, and I enjoyed it thoroughly. It was delicious, and Lawrence really enjoyed it, and yeah, it was absolutely delicious. So yeah, that's some of the meals we've been eating this week. I hope you got some inspiration. I hope you enjoyed today's video, and I'll see you again really, really soon. Bye!